Hello everyone, this is Dave with Fitness Technology Services. Today's video is going to be on how to maintain your sole treadmill, whether it's an 85, an 80, a 63, 65, or 60. They're all relatively the same, alright? This really doesn't apply to a T9 or T8. They're a commercial grade machine and they don't fold. So the other day I did a video on how to grease everything. That really is going to be part of this. You should really look on squeaky noises listed on one of my other videos. So the first thing we're going to do is just kind of point to some spots I want you to pay attention to. So I put a little lubricant here. You can see that on the video. I put a little lubricant in between each one of these joints right here. You can see that on the video. So that's all part of my normal maintenance when I go out to someone. You'll see another spot that I put some lubricant, but go to the squeaky noise video and that will help you out with that. So for today, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hood off, give this a little vacuuming, kind of go over the basic idea of what a maintenance is, okay? It's really simple to do. It's definitely something you can do yourself. We're just going to take the hood off. You see that? We don't completely remove the screws, we just back them out a little bit. Now there's two in the back that I've already loosened, so we're not going to do those. Alright, and then boom, the hood goes right off. Once again, very easy to do. So this is really relatively very clean. I just got this machine from somebody about 8 months ago. I just started doing these videos about 8 months ago. And so this is really good shape. So I really wouldn't vacuum this thing out. There's no point in it. What I really would do blowing the PC board off is much better than vacuuming it out when it's really clean like this. My vacuum's a little noisy, so you kind of have to forgive me on that. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure this is off, which it is. So I'm going to unplug it right there. Forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video. Always make sure it's turned off before you go and do any work to this whatsoever. Make sure you're safe, alright? So this is really a nice clean setup inside of here. Now, for maintenance, really, it's pretty small. There's a couple of places, again, I showed you on the other video where you would lubricate it underneath here. You would lubricate it right inside of here. To get this off, you'll see in the other video, you have to remove these screws, but that's pretty easy to do too. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of just feel it underneath here. It should be smooth and wet. I usually don't recommend cleaning it underneath here, because if you clean it, you make it dry. I don't like putting any kind of dry cloth underneath here because this really should be wet. It should actually have the consistency of a runny nose or a dog's runny nose. I mean, it just is what it is. But it should have a light coating across the middle of it so that you know that it's well lubricated. Alright? So if you want, you can go in the back and turn each side here 3 times. I'm not going to do that. I normally don't do that, but that's an option that I usually see on different videos, so I just kind of wanted to go over that with you. Now, the 2 brands of lube that I like is Sole Lube and Landis Lube. There's a lot of lubes that really don't work well on this machine, so for all your Sole machines, you should really concentrate on either one of these 2 lubes. I'm not really recommending anything else. That's really up to you and your research in that. I sell all that. You'll see the phone number, you'll see your email, you'll see my website. You can go to the website and buy it directly. So you can do it online. You don't have to call us. But if you need some help or need some service with that, I can help you with that. So the next complaint that I usually get, because I don't bother to adjust it underneath there, the belt's kind of tight. Alright, so what I do for that is I take the same piece off my vacuum, just the extension. It's round, doesn't hurt the belt any, and I just slip it underneath here like this. And that kind of gives me a nice little tent area, doesn't do any damage to my belt at the same time. So if it's Landis lube, I would clip it off. In this case, this is Soul Lube. And you just spin it right off like that, all right? So, we're gonna just shake it around a little bit. Now, I also don't recommend lubricating the whole machine. You do not use the whole machine. Usually walk in this area right here. I do not recommend lubricating on the first 4 inches because you do not walk in that area. So you just want to kind of lubricate in the area that you would think you would most likely step on. So kind of right in the center spot right here, up to the front back, up to about the middle back, but that's it. Never the back half of that. It will eventually get back there and you don't step back there, so why worry about it? All right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little cloth right there. I only do that because I'm a clean freak and I don't like to get dirt anywhere. So we've already taken the top of this off. We squeeze it around a little bit. We're just going to take it right here in the center. And we're just going to do 3 drops here, 3 drops here, 3 drops here. We're going to go up a little bit, 3 drops here, 3 drops here, 3 drops here, 3 drops here. And if you have any left, you would just go right to the middle of it and just squirt it right down along the lines in the middle, all right? And if you have any left, which you shouldn't, you can do a little bit on this side, but no further back than that half. All right? I actually didn't lube it. I just lubricated it the other day, so I just showed you for the video. All right? So that's usually about it. Just lubricating the machine. Make sure you don't over clean underneath here. It's good to clean down along the sides. You can wipe down along the sides if you want. Pull that out so you can see that. So you can clean all that up. You can clean outside of here. If it's very dusty along this edge, we just take a paintbrush, remove the dust, because you don't want the dust to go underneath the belt because the dust actually absorbs the lubricant. So you want it wet. So if the bottom of your deck area is already somewhat clean, don't re-clean it. If it's somewhat lubricated and it's somewhat greasy, leave that alone. Don't clean it up. A lot of people clean it up. They think that it helps it out, but what it really does is takes away your lubricant. So you want a nice wet shine underneath there. I usually use this once again to hold everything up. It's a pretty easy video on that. I guess I'll get set up and I'll be seeing you again very soon. I would like to thank you so much for looking at the video. Hopefully this can be of service to you. Thank you.